He just takes off, leaps over the crease area, stuffs it home.
Hey, what's really good, y'all? Welcome back to the show. Today, we're gonna go back in time and examine the swagger of a bygone era. If you haven't already peeped game, TLN just dropped a retro college lacrosse jersey line. And as you can already see, I'm already rocking mine.
Okay, so I just got a package from the TLN team. It's something that the team has been working on for a really long time. I haven't seen it yet, I've only heard about it, so I'm about to go unbox it and check it out. All right, let's go check this out, see what they sent me. Woo, mail comments at the house. Oh, no. Oof, Hopkins throwback jersey with the varsity stripes.
Once I found out this was happening, I figured it's a perfect excuse for me to talk about my top 5 favorite retro lacrosse uniforms of all time. Because in today's game of lacrosse, this is considered retro. But back then, it was the standard. And they were still fly. So anyways, before we get started, just a little disclaimer. For this countdown, I'm only considering uniforms from 1995 and before. Around 96, 97, we started to see a little bit of an evolution in the style of uniforms, and I wanted to keep it relevant to the TLN jersey drop. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so now that you know that, let's just jump right into it. Coming in at number 5 for my rankings is the Towson State University uniforms from the early 90s. And no, that's not a mistake. They used to be Towson State University. So if you've seen what Towson's been wearing lately, the gold porthole toss with the black shorts, that pays homage to the Towson State teams of the early 90s, all the way down to the helmet decals. There's just something about the black numbers and letters on the gold tops that gets me. I don't know what it is. And then the varsity stripes on the sleeves, big fan of those. Okay, so number 4 on the countdown, I gotta switch it up. I'm jumping down to D3 and I'm gonna go with a 95 Salisbury all yellows. But yo, something about these all yellows with the burgundy numbers and letters just balancing it out. Oh, it's just so crispy. Yeah, I mean, obviously it helps that certified legend Jason Kaufman won the national championship in these get-ups. That alone qualifies him as a top 5 throwback uniform. It should be in anybody's book. And the all yellow uniforms popped off the grass without being too loud and too crazy. It's just something understated but so swagger about it. And the current Salisbury teams do this. They still do the all yellow look, but it's something about those old school porthole mesh jerseys that make it so much crispier back then, at least to me. Okay, so now we're down to the top 3. And you could argue why any of these 3 should actually be number 1. So feel free to disagree and light me up in the comments, but proceed with caution. So for my number 3, I have a bit of a love affair with the 1994 blue on orange UVA joints. So I'll give you a little bit of backstory on why I might be a little biased about that. In 2003, I went to my first live college lacrosse games ever, which was the Final Four. And if you remember, UVA was wearing the blue tops and the orange shorts when they won the national championship that year. So yeah, that epic Tillman Johnson game that we covered on an episode months ago, where he had 9 saves and only allowed 7 goals in the mud, yeah, blue tops, orange shorts. But a big part of what makes those 94 uniforms so fly, the V on the sleeve, bro. I don't know any other team that was doing that back then. For this exact reason, I'm so happy we picked those uniforms as the inspiration for the retro jersey that we dropped in the shop. I mean, it just wouldn't be the same otherwise. And then for number 2, you know I gotta shout out my Jays, man. It's gotta be the 1989 Hopkins uniforms. The 1989s, what this is styled after, is so fire that when Hopkins switched to Under Armour a couple of years ago, whenever that was, they actually changed up the design language of their standard uniforms to borrow elements of the 1989 jersey. Look, man, I wasn't in the room when they styled that, but come on. Doesn't take a genius to figure that out. The varsity stripes with the black detailing, the block numbers, the straight across font, everything that makes the present day Hopkins uniforms fire, that's from the 89s. Whenever Hop did the white tops with the black shorts back then, it was always a clean, classic, kind of understated look, perfectly balanced. The thing that really set these uniforms off though is that they were Gucci all the way down to the socks. They had matching game day tube socks, bro. Come on. Now that the sun's down, I can pretty much sit where the view is. Okay, so I hate to give the number 1 spot to a fan base that I usually butt heads with every spring, but the number 1 retro uniform of all time is the 1990 Syracuse joints. Every single last thing about those 1990 orange on whites that Syracuse rocked, as icy as they could possibly be. And remember, this is back when Syracuse was using royal blue instead of navy blue as their 3rd color, which, Hughes fans, I don't know who you gotta write a strongly worded letter to, but whoever you write that letter to, make sure they bring that blue back. Like, the uniforms themselves are dummy flames, but then you put them in the hands of the Gate brothers and Tom Marechek, bruh, game over. Those uniforms are lacrosse royalty. So when any true and unbiased lacrosse fan thinks of legendary lacrosse uniforms, the 1990 Syracuse orange on whites gotta be the first ones to come to mind. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for hearing me out, y'all. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below, and I mean light me up, about which retro uniforms I missed in this countdown. And in case this jersey you've been staring at this entire video isn't enough of a reminder, the new and improved TLN merch shop is now live with jerseys and all sorts of merch that's brand new. The team's been thinking up designs and ideas for months, and they're finally ready to roll it out. So click the link below and go check it out right now. Like, whether you're a collector or a mega fan, like, how can you turn down a jersey like this, bro? These are so clean. Anyway, sorry, I'm gonna let y'all go. All right, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah.